And here we are, once again. Welcome, welcome everyone to the latest edition of the Working Man's Warship. I'm your humble host, Jedi Get We welcome you, whoever you may be, wherever you are in the globe, whatever time of the day or night it is where you are, and however you are tuning in, watching, and listening. Welcome. So, today is back to the action. But first of all, housekeeping. We need to get in the store and we need to get what they've got for us. What do I always say on this channel? FREE is what? Our favorite word in the dictionary. So we're going to go. What have you got for us today? Grease our palm. So now that we've done that, remember, check in. Even if you grab that and do nothing else, it all adds up. So the next thing is we're going to check what's today's missions in the calendar. What do we need for the spirits in the wind? And you can see it's detected. Probably the easiest daily missions to do. Because to get detected, all I need to do is go get in a destroyer. And even if I get sunk instantly, I'm probably going to do that. So for this game, you know, we got to go T61. There really is no other ship for the job. We've been through this already. How much I love this ship, and anyone who has it knows the same. It is a spectacular ship. Erich Bay is our commander. Base level, you can get him in the store, but we need a German guys. You know how we roll on this channel. You know how it is around here. So, Taganazi, du würdest erneut berufen, in Deutschland zu vertreten. Salut. So for our build itself, as it's Erich Bay, you know what Erich Bay specializes in. He's shifty. Or should I say Taganazi is shifty. Base trait, we got Sims on here, some extra hit points. We are using Reginald. We are running Contact is imminent. Look at me now. Perceptive. Smoke on the water. And of course, we are unstoppable. Hopefully in brackets. So for the ship itself, aiming systems mod 1. And steering gears. So what we'll do is we're going to go all in. We want Commander XP. We want Global XP. We want credit boosters. And we want battle boosters. Yes, please, to all of the above. You want more? Yes, please. So, Taganazi. Das deutsche Volk schaut zu. Betrieb ist gut. Now, our missions, our calendar, is fairly straightforward. It's a given. We are in a destroyer. We just need detected. Pretty easy, really. Just go forward and you'll detect people. It's the stuff in between. So, question is, how much more can we do? There really is no excuse for not completing this daily mission. I've said this to you before. Like a day like today, it's so easy. And I'm playing on tier 5. You could play on any tier and it can be done and you'll get stuff. Right? You know how it is around here. It's the working man's warships. And we want to do things on a budget. Norm's the name, simple's the game. And we want to just get what they got for us for free. So you can see we're at the hotspot. Unfortunately, we've spawned where the single cap is. Now, no, I'm not going to go east to west and go to the other cap for the double cap at the start of this, but I'm not doing that. It's going to take too long. Now, you will have noticed there's a Leon in there, and what I noticed was Leon has a rank 1 badge from season 1. So that means he's an experienced player. You can't buy that from the shop. You had to win it and earn it. So that's a rank 1 player from the very first season of this game. He will be experienced. So I encourage him. He immediately encourages the kamikaze. My ultras let a flare off, and Serov's ultras let a flare off. The team's already coordinated, all because of some expert reconnaissance on our part. So we want to get into this base here, and we immediately want to start to get going with our Gebietsbau. Area denial. So in we go, and our aircraft carrier, we can see stuff happening. First thing we can see is the base is being... So I know there's a cruiser up there, but who's capturing the base? So we're spotted by the carrier. They know we're here, but it is what it is. We need to take the base, and then just as I think I'm going to set the cruiser up for a fall, the Mutsuki appears to ruin our party, right? So the aircraft carrier's up there, Mutsuki's here. We're a destroyer. When you play destroyer, people, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's you. You need to get in here, and you need to get in the trenches. Speaking of being uncomfortable, predictably, Japanese destroyer comes, doesn't fire his guns. He's setting me up for torpedoes. But I've been expecting this, and I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. So we're just going to counter back and forward. And yeah, we know the other ones are coming, and we're going to dance around in here. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's in the job description, basically on this game, but more so in a destroyer in close combat fights like this one. Now, Mutsuki's over there hiding in his smoke screen, so we're going to put some torpedoes down and see if we can't catch him out. Target comes to pit, but we've got Mutsuki and we've got the cruiser, so we're going to be smart about how we engage here, right? Mutsuki's engine's gone. Just as I fire, he repairs it. Keep that in mind, just as I fire, right? So these two are in trouble because they're in the same spot and they're having to tap dance around torpedoes. Down goes Mutsuki.
Yay! Super!
Big it up, big it up. The team's doing well in courage. We are off and rolling. So Duplay is over there. We're going to try and hit him, and I get a nice little chunk on the AP 2000. It's just a pity he's gone behind the island. So there's not much we can do about that. So we need to circle around and come back and get back in the cap. These guys should be able to deal with him. So what we're going to do is move forward now and get to the base. That's the next objective. Now, Omaha's over there. He could be a problem. A real problem. Despite the fact that he's tier 4 and I'm tier 5. He has fast reloading guns and he can set us afire, and we are going to go from T61 to Texas barbecue in no time.
Yay! Super!
Down goes the play. And Omaha's coming round here, so we want to try and set him up for a torpedo hit. But before we get the chance, he gets absolutely annihilated and he goes down. Yes, we've lost the ship too, but we are 3-1 up and we're in the base now. We're in the cap. And we're in the cap unchallenged, which is nice. These sort of gifts, we don't want to turn them down. Now, Leon is still over there and I can hear him. So again, help him out. He is an experienced player. We need to try and keep him alive. He can greatly increase our chances of winning, because if he was around in season 1, he kind of might know what he's doing. Know your role on the team. Know your team's role. Encourage everyone. Now, we're turning around here and we're just coming out just in this gap, and we must make sure we secure this base. But at the same time, I can see a situation unfolding here. I can see something developing. We've lost another ship, but we do take the cap. So we have a 2-to-1 cap advantage now, which is preferable. But I can see Koenig over here. And you can see his trajectory. And I'm round here behind this island like Phil Collins. Because I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Koenig is unaware of my presence. He should be. Because I've kind of been in here most of the time. His carrier would have seen me. His other teammates were shooting at me. So he should know what's going on. But whether he's not been paying attention or he's preoccupied with another battle, he's not paying attention. He's just not. Top tip battleships, when going round bases like this with gaps, beware. Because there could be a destroyer waiting behind there to ambush you. Just keep that in mind. Koenig's coming round. We're going to go. He sees us. He realizes the danger. And he starts turning. I'm like, don't tell me this guy's going to slip this. But it's too late. He gets hit again. Down he goes. And the blue team have scored on the power play. Up goes the flare, the Curva and the Ultras. We're definitely in business now. But we've been through this before. Never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. Okay? We can lose. Now, Svirov is, he wants intelligence data. How do I tell him that he kind of is the intelligence data? Well, whatever. We're going to come through here, and I know there's 2 destroyers left. And we've also got that California over here somewhere. So now we've lost another ship. Okay, we got a 2-to-1 cap advantage, but this is getting a bit hairy now. Now I'm spotted. What I tried to do was get in this gap between the ships. California gives us a good slap. Just to remind us, hey, yeah, I'm looking at you, destroyer. I don't think you can slip past me like that. But we've got bigger fish to fry, or smaller. But in the context, they're bigger. There's 2 destroyers over here. Now, what you're going to see next is some terrible shooting from me. Now, I didn't need to make this job that difficult. Should have been fairly straightforward. But, yeah. And then behind me, California's like, yoo-hoo! Excuse me? Did you not get the last memo? I'm watching you. I know you're here. At this point, I need to recuperate because California has just put us over his knee. And I can't make a shot for love nor money. I have gone cold from 3-point range. Completely cold. I've gone from the penthouse to the outhouse and I'm not hitting my shots. So this isn't good. Look at the ship count. Battle's turning. And I can't sit in this smoke screen anymore. Yes, I would like some more time to recuperate, but I don't have time. We need to secure this base because this battle, I don't know if you noticed this going south. So, here we go again. Shall we try again? And you see that? Just as I was going to hit him, he gets blown out the water. Okay, let's try again. Yes, I missed all those 3-point shots, but I'm going to redeem myself. I'm going to redeem myself. I'm not going to redeem myself. It's just not happening. The Ultras are happy. Up goes the flare. And we're going to get into this base. You know who's not happy? It's Kamikaze. Because he couldn't cope. Now, Surov over there's Ultras are letting off flares too. However, both teams have 2 battleships. Both teams have a carrier. And I'm the only destroyer. I need to stay alive. I am literally right now difference between the 2 teams. So we're going to get over here. Take this base again. But you may have noticed there's a battle going on. We have low health ships. Hence the reason California is dealt with Normandy. Battle's in the balance now. We need to make sure we get this cap. Because those 2 are likely to remove our battleship. So we have a problem. Because they'll be ahead on the ship count. and we won't have any more heavy hitters, and it'll just be me and that carrier over there, who has been helpful in this battle. He has. It's been very cooperative, but I don't like aircraft carriers. I just have a dislike for aircraft carriers in this game, in the context of this game. Obviously, in actual military naval combat, yes, they are essential. Yes, battleships are obsolete. But in this game, I can't stand aircraft carriers. Speaking of which, I know they've got one out here, and I want to go and get him. I do. A, because I don't like aircraft carriers, and B, because much as I would love to head off into the sunset, we could still lose. If they sink our battleship and carrier, they can legitimately get the bases in time. Combine that with the score boost they will get for sinking those ships, this ain't over. But what I'm not going to do is attack from the west, because that's what they'll be expecting. They know I've just captured the base over there, so they're going to be expecting an attack from the west. That combined with the fact that I've already got a ship going from west to east, I'm not going that way. I'm going to attack from the north. Pay attention. Like when you're playing cards, pay attention. What cards have already been laid? It will give you an idea as to what the opponent may or may not have and what you need to play with your next hand. So we're going to come from the north because they're expecting us from the west. Meanwhile, the score is ticking over nicely, but keep in mind that if they sink our battleship and our aircraft carrier, we can still lose if they then, if one of them goes to the base on top in the northwest and one goes to the southwest, we can still lose. Don't be in no doubt. And right on cue, down goes our battleship. Look at the score. This game's not over. I really want to head to the sunset, but I can't. But what I can do is harass the carrier. Now, he's going to know I'm here. He's going to know his spotting. So he is going to have to compensate for it. And now you see, I'm telling Serov, we can still lose. Retreat now. Don't get sunk. This game is over, right? Right? I want to harass the carrier. I need him to know I'm here. I want him to know I'm here. Because what he's going to be concentrating on is making sure I don't nuke him as opposed to trying to take my carrier out. So I'm buying my carrier time to beat a hasty retreat like I've already instructed him to do. Little things, details, okay? Little things, right? You have to pay attention to these details. You want a winning team? It's all well and good if your wide receiver gets 7 catches for $135 and 2 touchdowns. But do you want to bet me money that the reason why he was able to do that is because your offensive line were blocking properly? But you won't see it on the score sheet, will you? Will you? But that's why them yards and touchdowns are piling up. So pay attention, right? I'm going over here to keep the carrier on his toes, because if I don't, he's going to attack my carrier. And they've still got the battleships out there. Finish the job. This is a military game, which means no stone goes unturned. You do not cut corners. You make no assumption, because none of your plans survive first contact with the enemy. You must finish the job. I can see him now. He knows I'm here. Immediately, on his screen in his house, he's thinking, oh no, that damn T-61's out there somewhere. Damn it. So he's worried about self-preservation now and not going after my carrier. That's what we want. Every second that goes by when he's making a business decision is a second my carrier gets, and the score keeps going up and up and up. Be professional. If you want your winning percentage to go up, assume nothing. Assume it's all going to go wrong and act accordingly. And you will get there. Job done. Scene home. Get into good habits. Thank your teammates at the end of the battle. And the law of attraction will apply to you.
And in German we say Auf Wiedersehen.
Second place. Daily missions done. Nice and simple. Shout out to Grafspay. And if you like what we're doing here, like, subscribe, share, and we will see you next time on the Working Man's Warships. Take care of yourselves, folks.